Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central, CFL content for the fans, by the fans. We have a bit of a different video coming up as Shawn Lemon has been reinstated following his bit of a scandal, I would say, regarding sports gambling. And so this is an announcement that came from the league, from the CFL Players Association and whatnot. And so what exactly, Rick, is the situation regarding it? Because you had just kind of mentioned to me before we started recording exactly how this works.
Yeah, so basically he was gambling on CFL games in 2021 while he was a member of the Stampeders.
Yep.
Including one that he played. He appealed the decision, which was upheld by an independent arbitration. So he was suspended in April of 24. He was just reinstated as of yesterday. Whenever you see this, it was Wednesday. The only downside is he can't play yet because now he has to serve a 2-game suspension that he was assessed in February for violating a league drug policy. So Lemon tested positive for a banned substance, phentermine, a common weight loss drug, and he appealed for it, and it was denied. Also, as his reinstatement, Lemon is required to complete all mandatory education, including all CFL manipulation policy, and must continue to participate in counseling sessions that he's been attending.
Yeah. So with this, basically, he's allowed to come back into the league, but he's got still a few more hurdles to go through. Now, the interesting thing here is that, here's my question, Rick. Firstly,
yes.
Do you think the change from Randy Ambrosie to Stuart Johnston, in terms of the guy at the head of the league here, do you think that factors into this decision?
I don't think it does, because I mean, if you're how do I put this? If you're taking courses, and I mean, I know we're talking about gambling and everything, but I mean, even like the whole Chad Kelly thing, he had to take courses and everything, and if you get caught doping, gambling, whatever it is, you have to take, even the stuff with hockey, with all the stuff that's going on with hockey these days.
Yep.
You still have to take courses, and before you can pass, or they'll even attempt to even look at you, you have to show, okay, I've completed these courses, I'm attending these meetings, I'm getting counseling for this, and so forth.
So you think the difference isn't necessarily new commissioner, the league has changed?
I just think because he's put the time in. He's put in over a year into this.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Also, as I brought up earlier, for those fans that also know, what is it? Arlen Bruce the third, who played for BC, I think he played for Hamilton and Toronto. His son is now trying to get reinstated,
as he was banned for a similar reason
by the CFL, because he was suspended because he was betting on games when he was attending Iowa back in 22 and 21.
Yeah.
So CFL found out about it.
Yeah, because I see here Bruce played 25 games over 2 seasons for the University of Iowa, but saw his collegiate career come to an end due to an illegal gambling scandal. He was one of 5 student athletes from either Iowa or Iowa State charged by state prosecutors in August of 2023 with placing bets on games in which they participated in. He pled guilty to a lesser charge of underage gambling and was issued a $645 fine. And this is just about him in college. This is before, like, we're not even at, you know what I mean? According to the complaint against him, he engaged in a scheme with Vincent Bruce, who was of age, to make bets on his behalf through a DraftKings account. In total, he was accused of 132 wagers valued at $4,342, including 19 wagers on 11 games he played during the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Bruce allegedly bet the under on total points in 2022 game against Northwestern, in which he played. He actually caught 2 passes for 19 yards and carried 3 times over 27 yards in the 33-13 victory, scoring the touchdown that caused the game to hit the over. And he was transferred to Oklahoma State for the season, but was ruled ineligible by the NCAA due to his criminal charge. Rather than seek reinstatement, he leaves school with a 44 career receptions and 2 touchdowns, as well as 22 carries for 122 yards. CFL announced the development of a new match manipulation policy in May, with all players and staff undergoing mandatory education through the Canadian Centre of Ethics in Sports, CCES. However, the CFL Players Association has said they have not received official guidelines for the punishments, with suspensions issued at the discretion of the commissioner. And so, yeah, there's no public record of the CFL ever issuing a suspension for sports gambling over the past few seasons. Arlen's father is best remembered for a different legal battle with the CFL, suing the league and its teams for downplaying the effects of repetitive head trauma and concussions, so basically like CTE. After he was unsuccessful in the BC provincial courts, the Supreme Court of Canada declined to hear his case in March 2018. So it's funny because we're talking about Shawn Lemon here. Firstly, because everything I just said was about Arlen Bruce IV. But when it comes to Shawn Lemon here, the situation is just a bit interesting. So he's allowed back in, and he's allowed back
Arlen
in.
Bruce IV is trying to get back in.
Yeah, and so now Arlen's trying to get back in. And that's, to be honest, I can't really blame him in the sense of you see kind of the door open for somebody else in that regard. And there's going to be a lot of people that are like, well, he just shouldn't have done it in the first place, which, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, considering the situation, I see why he's trying to do this. In terms of a comparison, this reminds me a bit of, for any hockey fans out there, a situation with Shane Pinto of the Ottawa Senators. This is back in late October 2023. Shane Pinto was suspended for 41 games by the NHL for violating the league's sports wagering rules.
That's the thing nowadays. Just bet on your own sports teams.
Yeah, although it's weird because it says the NHL clarified that Pinto was not accused of betting on NHL games. The suspension began with the Senators' first game of the season, even though it was announced later. Pinto was a restricted free agent at the time of suspension and hadn't signed a contract for the season. Pinto later revealed that he had a friend's place bets for him in the U.S. because he couldn't legally use a Canadian sportsbook as he wasn't a Canadian citizen. So it's just kind of interesting seeing how, with the rise of sports gambling in the world of sports just in general, this issue that's kind of being addressed in every league. Just seeing kind of how much this is now, we're now seeing legal battles over this stuff. So,
well, I mean, even if you think about it, it's like everything you turn on these days, whether it's CFL, TSN has their sponsor with FanDuel. You go to there's CFL teams that have a sporting bet with, Bet MGM, Bet 365.
Bombers actually were, I'm not sure if they still are, but at one point they were with Sports Interaction. Yeah, I know. In general, on the channel we used to have a
Toonie Bet.
Well, even on this channel, we used to do one with BetSnap years ago. That's something that we didn't continue. I don't think we'll ever do another sponsorship, at least for sports betting. It's one of those things where it's just kind of crazy to see how this is kind of it's brought in as just kind of this little thing, little add-on, and it just blows up and blows up and blows up. And now we're seeing issues starting to hit the players, with some of them kind of falling into a bit of a gambling addiction. So not good. However, Shawn Lemon, again, back in the CFL. We'll have to see where this all goes, which if we do, we will probably do another video on it. So is there anything else you got there,
like
Rick?
I said, last time I seen on X today, someone seen him in Montreal leaving practice facility with a bunch of merch. So I don't know if it's stuff. Supposedly, people are claiming that he left in his locker. Some people are saying he signed with the team. I mean, it would surprise me if they signed him, but hopefully he doesn't go to Montreal. That he goes to another team, but it is what it is.
We'll have to see. So I think that is probably all we have. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Rick, anything else you got?
Don't forget to watch our preview this week.
There we go. It's good stuff over there. So peace, love, and positivity, all you wonderful people at home, and we will see you guys next time.